So yeah, this is part two or the continuation of the dark, like the stuff I was talking about the dark hit that was sent out in 2018. I was last left off talking about his dad being over there having sex with the lady. That was in 2018. Then came 2019 is when I got to speak about it. It's so funny, but yeah, it was a back and forth between me and him, and I was able to speak about it to the so-called lady of the house or whatever whose house it was happening at. I'm trying to think. Um, it's funny because her brother would take her home, go drop her off, and then roll back around and mess around with that lady. And I think like stay over there till like 4 or 5 in the morning, then get up and leave or whatever. And they do it again, however often they wanted to or whatever. Um, the lady, she didn't care. I mean, I seen her seducing the dad anyway back earlier in the game. It was funny. She was trying to seduce him and another dude next door. And she, she got it. She got it especially when his son had died. So maybe that's indications that you can get them dudes when somebody dies around them. Like you can get them easier. You know what I'm saying? When I say them, I mean him and his dad. And that's the part where I was just like, I felt devastated because I'm like, I definitely was supposed to be in his life and up close and personal with him when his mom died. It's not that I was actively working for it. I was just actively working, to be with him anyway. But yeah, that right there, I was like, oh no, that was stolen from me. Because honey, that would have been some of the best of times for me. It might have been the worst of times for him, but it would have been the best of times. But so now I'm at the point where it's like I can't get that back. Never them first moments and all of that. Nah, I don't want them. I mean, that might sound harsh, but honey, for what I endured and stuff like that, I be feeling like it was fair. But hey, it is what it is. It didn't work out that way. I ain't gonna well. I do feel a type of way, like dang, nah, that was supposed to be my moment, honey. And before she left this earth, though, honey, she sent him somewhere else. Basically, like, no, she ain't gonna gloat. She ain't gonna be able to gloat with my son at my. I had parts of him, very small parts. I'm not gonna say very. I still have parts of him. I don't know the measurements, but spiritually, sometimes it's bigger parts than the physical. The physical parts probably, and let me just speaking like of the penis, the heart, this, that, and the third, whatever. That can be small parts compared to what you have spiritual. Because again, I felt a lot of grief before that lady died, and I literally tried to reach out to him. And I kept calling, like. And I don't know what it was for. I don't know if I was just supposed to make contact or if he was just literally supposed to be over here with me. But again, he wasn't. Can't. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I could do now. He can't go back and change it, and have gotten that news and been here with me. And so that was the second time he was laid up somewhere where I feel like you definitely shouldn't have been and didn't have to be, but chose to be or was influenced to be or whatever the case may be. So to me, that means you was listening to the wrong voice. And yeah, no man can lead me when you listening to the wrong voice. You're not listening to the voice of God, but you got saved, or you portrayed to Facebook that you got saved. And he did confirm and let me know, I went to the church I went up there to get prayer, but I ended up getting saved. So you should have been learning, turning on your listeners. But anyway, so yeah, again, not to deviate from the whole thing, and make it about me, which I mean it did try to center around me, but yeah, or target me, should I say? Um, um, but yeah, 2018, she reached out. December the 13th. Again, that's his deceased mom's birthday. The lady was already deceased by then. What was that? September, October, November, December, for 4 months at that point in time. This girl done put all, and when I finally did get to see, of course I was mentioned before this happened or whatever. I was talked about probably early in the game, real early, probably in 2017. But by this time, she had said she already been there for a little over a year. And I was like, wow. And I hadn't done it. Like, most of that time, I wasn't having sex with him and going back, you know what I'm saying? Doing that swap out, as far as I knew. I think December of 2017, he did come and he brought his daughter and stuff and stayed or whatever. And then he just kind of like gradually just eased on, eased on. I didn't, when the New Year came around, like, I didn't physically come in the New Year with him. He stayed home. So I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not a sister wife type. I don't do all that. I ain't doing all that sharing this and the third. But when I know and find out, once he ended up, because my kids ended up telling me, you know, where they stayed or whatever, heartbroken. And I'm like, you didn't have to thug me, you didn't have to break my heart, nothing like that. You could have just merrily went on about your business. You could have came and just picked up your children and went on. And I would have been pissed about what my kids was, but I wouldn't have been like feeling how I was feeling as far as like somebody explained, you know, now when you come back over here and start making with me, like you're like, oh yeah, like one of the YouTubers, but you know, like we're together and this and the third, and you could have just said, wait, that's big time game plan, of course, man. Do not play them type of games. Stop playing games. A long time ago, long before the was ever in the picture. He didn't take heed, he didn't listen. He heard what he wanted to hear. I then I put my hands on you, and he didn't hear stop playing games. And he didn't, you know, whatever. So I reached out. I had already like been preparing for it, and again, I didn't even know. I was talking to him, communicating with him, letting him know, you know, I seen something, and it was a hit that was, you know, somebody was basically grave digging and if it, not physically but spiritually, and tapping into his, you know, things regarding his mom. And I seen like the little nickname that his mom would go by, and it showed up. And I think I put it in a previous video. It showed up on there, and next thing I know, I checked my email, and it's personal because that's the, I was only messaging him from my emails. I wasn't letting nobody, you know what I'm saying? I talked to everybody else through a text message, through a Facebook message, if at all. So it was instant. So that means you done brought somebody into my intimate place for me, and no, I can't have that. I don't like that. And you know, here we in this. It was like here we go again. I already went through this. No, I want to live out some happiness. I want to have some joy. I want to smile. I don't want to keep on. I didn't sit around looking over my shoulder, wondering if he was with somebody else. I thought about it or whatever, but I knew I wasn't going to spend my time doing that. So, and then whatever was brought to my attention, it came to my attention. But I'm not gonna keep on doing that with you. Like we gonna have some happiness, some joy, some especially peace, but we gonna have some of that because we got children to raise, and we need to set a good example. So no, we're not gonna do this. Basically after like 9 years, couldn't even get off the ground, or we would get off the ground, then next thing you know, we almost damn 6 feet under ourselves. So it's like, no, no, it's too much of that. It was at times it seemed like a balance, but then it was what is it, balance, imbalance, or imbalance, balance? If that makes sense. I don't know which order it goes, but yeah, I'm about to even talk about this, like literally. This why I don't even really mention his name and stuff like that. It's why when I see his name, I just be so. I try not to be sour and bitter, but I just be like so turned off, like, ugh, no, absolutely, that's not. Not at all. And I mean, and I don't be this type of person, but at this point, of course, I just feel like all you could do for me is pay me, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I don't want to sound too crazy or whatever, but basically, like, he just kept telling me to. He didn't tell me to kiss dick. He didn't say it in that type of way, but he be like, you trying to suck some dick, and you and this and the third. He always referenced it. He didn't tell me like my daughter's dad. Basically, like he tells me that. Well, he told me that. He ain't telling me that right now. And it was in a very derogatory and disrespectful way. And I'm not saying that the other one referencing it wasn't, but it was just, and honestly, he'll just try to force me to do him. Anyway, so all you can do is pay me, baby. And if I wanted you, if I wanted your mouth on me, that's about it. Nah, let me stop that because honey, if I had let him put his mouth on me and me, it's going all the way because And because it just I'm gonna just keep that part to myself. But anyway, that's why I'm just like, nah. Nope, just keep your distance, baby. Stay where you at. Stay where you been at, or stay where you gonna be at, should I say. At this point, I feel like it's stay where you gonna be at, because that girl had already said you gonna make stand back. And I'm like, you think? Ain't no sending nobody back now, baby. Ain't no trading, ain't no money. Nope. Keep your misery or whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know my issue misery on him. I've seen dreams where he looked like he was not content, but he was like being a better person or something like that, or you know, this is how I take it. Like he was at a place where he could be a more respectable person, whether that's physically or carry himself more respectfully. Whatever. And again, I think the underlying he wasn't content. He still had something up his sleeve. Now, that played off, I don't know, but that's why I'm feeling like he done doubled up, spending some money. It ain't a true double up when you skip. Like on a video. Video. What? Okay, baby, I'm gonna talk to you in a few minutes. I'm just thankful, but I'm not gonna talk my flow. I'm talking about because this is God's work, honey. It's got to get done. Like I gotta speak on this stuff, and even my children as sweet as they can be. Like I was saying, but I feel like he was more respectful. I'm not even gonna say my kids are hiding something, but you just never know. It's not them hiding. It will be something that try to be concealed on the inside of them that might not supposed to be open to me till a certain time. I don't know, but I don't want to get off into all that. I just want to stay focused on this. Like I said, James portrayed and showed that he's at a much more respectful pace at one point or maybe 2 points in a certain dream. But the overall, when I go back to how it started off, it was, his mom sending him somewhere and he just went along with it. And then he started admiring this person, seeing this person in a certain light, and wanted to get there, I wanted to do this. That's what I seen. There was still dark stuff attached to it, but it seemed like over time, it either tried to hide or if he wanted to say it went away, but I really can't say that. I don't, I can't say it, and I can't say it without conviction, so I'm not gonna say it. Something. It is what it is. And so yeah, he doubled up on the money. And like I said, you can't double up truly if you skipped out the whole month last month. So nah, I'm not falling for that. And I'm not falling for none of it. Like I don't want to fall for him, and I don't want to fall for none of that stuff. I want to be uplifted. I want to be encouraged. I want to go higher. I don't want to be pulled down. And this is a person that said just flat out, I step on here to get what I want. I mean, he might have changed, but at the same time, I'm not trying to find out like that. It's not in that type of way. Um, so with him sending that out, it seemed like it's almost like a sense of urgency, but it could seem that way and definitely not be that. With him, like it could seem like it's one thing and it's just not. So you had to be real careful with him. And like I said, I have definitely was in love with him, but I love that man. I mean, how can you not love somebody who gave you two amazing sons and they handsome similar to him? You know what I'm saying? And they definitely, from what I can see and what I know about my sons, they're asleep. I mean, you can see every so often the videos that I have my son come in here. Mom, I just want to hug you. I just want to say hey, and they literally some cool dudes. So they need some more home training and they need to learn or whatever. But you know, not this ain't about them. So this is about the dark hit because that thing try to go undetected. So that's the other thing. I haven't been seeing that infamous number, which is the number of her birthday lately, but I seen it today for a split second and then it quickly changed or whatever. But which is a great thing. Um, but every so often I was seeing that thing like hitting like the lottery numbers and to the point where it was just trying to go crazy. And that goes back to 2019. He came over here like it was on her birthday, or going into her birthday, and the way he was talking to me. was like we was together and like, and I was loving it. Like he was just coming home to his wife, he was coming home. And then, all this other stuff interacted. So that's where the confusion lies. Like, it was so much. It was just so much. He tried to. There was a guy messing around with two females and women, but me, and one female. Nah, he stopped. But yeah, this guy messing with two of us, and he it was kind of like mixing the two, or trying to mix the two, and trying to make us one, or something like that. I don't know. And again, he told me before. He said I've been trying to look for the perfect one. He never tell me that he's been trying to make the perfect one. Baby, you're not a creator. There's only one creator out here. And I'm not talking about content creators or whatever. Y'all can call yourself a creator all you want to, but somewhere God gave you that type of flow. And you need to acknowledge him and you need to be giving him glory with it. Like if it's dishonorable towards him and his name, you don't need to be doing that. But that's a whole other story. But yeah, he's not a creator. You can't exalt yourself to that position. So that's what he was trying to do. Trying to basically turn two females into one. That's what I'm getting or whatever. And honestly, honey, she's not a small girl, and I ended up getting fat over the past year or whatever. So I could see a lot of it. But honey, I'm not her. And then also tried to mix it in with his mom and stuff like that. And I understand all that. Some girls want to have a husband like their dad. Some men want wives like their mom. And that's a good thing if it wasn't so within tarnished and polluted because men be taking mom's baby daddy just like a wife. So, having your dad's wife, I want to say even at one point in time, he was never, um, then maybe, but he went on, he made his mama a baby mama, but with his other son's mom, he married her. Then when he broke back around where he seen the boy's dad's mom again over here in my yard and at my house, he he was always like, yeah, you fine, he was saying all that, licking them chops, like he was just ready to do her some damage. She don't want you. From what I got from her, she was already dating somebody else, but she didn't want him because she was just letting you know this is what's not gonna happen regarding my child. And he was copping, please. Oh no, 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 it ain't like that. She is trying to talk about the child, the grown now adult child. You licking your chops like you still, and it's so funny because I just looked at a Country Wayne video and he was doing that with one of his baby mamas. Who got it, which, I didn't know this was the baby mama who got his two sons and a daughter. I'm like, wow, he had 3 kids with her. Then I think he had like 3 or 4 kids with another one, and then he had varying baby mamas in between or whatever. These men, I tell you, it's a laughing matter at a certain point, but it's not that funny because it's destruction. And Wayne's sons look like him too. They had some handsome boys, and I just say for their mama's sake, I hope that they got some of their mama's personality. But anyway, yeah. So, what was I say? So yeah, she tried to do that. I seen the nickname of the lady like pop up or whatever, and then I reached out to him and I was like, him, no, I knew it was something lurking or whatever. I knew once I seen that it was lurking, and it was her birthday. I'm like, wait a minute, it ain't no coincidence. If it was coincidence, it was too many. It was the girl reaching out on that day. It was that right there, me seeing that. And she went by Lady Luck, I could say it, but it was her. It was that showing up. It was oh my goodness, what else was it? It was I don't know, it was something. I think I had just got done eating Taco Bell too. And then after that, tacos and stuff started showing up in my drink. It was just crazy. But like I said, the girl's birthday is on a certain day, and he came over here and I guess trying to mesh or whatever and mix. And I'm like, oh no, you're not gonna turn me into her. You can't turn her into me. He was basically pulling from over my house what he knew and learned over here and trying to mix it in over there. And I'm me for a reason. She started asking me, what we do in the bedroom and this. I'm like, honey, girl, wait, what? And I did almost, it was a point where I played a video where, she was like, "Oh, what y'all did?" I said, "Honey, he took my phone and made a video. I don't have time to do it. He did that with one of his daughter's moms too, but no, I'm not gonna do this with y'all." And then she was like, and then she started asking about my kids. Honey, why you gotta start doing that with my kids? I don't give a damn how long you been there and what you got going on. Well, if we would, and she tried to make something that was not. Well, if we would have met on this type of term, if we would, what? It ain't no ifs, because we can't go back and do that. And I don't know. And it's not, I don't know, but no, it's a no. And she kept trying to basically like change my mind about something. I was like, what? No. Girl, move. Girl, you annoying now. And basically then when her position started changing, she was like, "Oh well, it don't matter because I'm having that's my baby daddy anyway." And that was in December of that year, and she's supposed to have been 4 months pregnant. And then it didn't come back around till the next December that in 2019 that she's pregnant. So evidently, I don't know if she just wasn't or whatever. But he's got the other girl pregnant before, and they had an abortion. And I was like, mm. So by the time 2019 rolled around, and then this message came from my daughter's dad, mom, trying to get the message. Got the message to my grandma. They knew me and my grandma was close, so she gonna get the message to me. Well, yeah, he got this girl pregnant, and this, that, and the third. I kept asking where he living at, and just trying to. It was like pick with me. It was everybody. I was like, I don't want y'all in my business whether he got somebody pregnant or whether he this, that, and the third or whatever. But it got to me, so I was like, what's going on? And so he kept saying, was this 2019? No, hold on. I don't, maybe, I don't know what month it was, but anyway, in 2019, June, he kept saying he didn't have no child. He said he only had 4 kids, which was the 4 kids that I knew about. And I was like, okay. He just kept saying it, but he did say it with a little he had a look on his face, and then he was like, and so he's a liar anyway. He can change up or whatever. He'll tell me that the sky's green, and then try to change up and say, no, I said it was gold. You know what I'm saying? Just lie. So I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know see no other kids posted it as far as I'm concerned. Then I didn't look at his page no more anyway. People just in general need to stop posting their kids on there and letting everybody see all their business. But yeah, I know they'll see, but they made it like, oh, you got her lady on it, it's kind of thing, whatever. Like, okay, so of course, my heart was already broken because my kids felt bad. My heart was already broken when we went on and just left us, pretty much. And then, you have a baby, and then you got to try to look like one of my kids. Oh, Lord. That's war. So yeah. So you don't want to have somebody pregnant and you got kids that look the same, similar, very similar, and they got 2 different mothers. Oh yeah, you got to do something real strange out here, and I ain't got time for that. I really do not. So anyway, then we had a thing recently that this guy that I used to talk to, and maybe I just need to take you that I used to talk to him, be involved with or whatever. He was saying he got a little son, and he said that he looked just like me, and this, that, and the third. So another little boy or whatever, and that doesn't just like everything. I mean, at this point, it's almost expected for me, but back then, and even when I seen a picture of another child that looked like my son, I was like, no, you don't do it for why stuff. There's nothing I can do with you, baby. Ain't I can do with you. And yet, the only option on that child ever is if the dad was dead. Like, I'm not trying to even be funny. I just, absolutely not. The only way I could ever embrace a child like that is like, your daddy got to be gone, baby. Your daddy ain't your granddaddy, to be honest. Because your granddaddy trying to act like he didn't start it. Yeah, he started the war for real, but he don't finish it. But anyway, it's a small part of me be hoping I'm not going to have another child. And then even that year in 2018, he was like, I know he ain't coming to be pregnant again, and this and that. And the girl had reached out to me saying I had a dream that somebody was pregnant. Oh Lord, and I was like, thinking I'm so pregnant with purpose, and I am gonna birth my baby, but I don't know what's going on with that. But but I wasn't physically pregnant out here, honey. I wasn't gonna. Well, I wasn't intending on, but I wasn't on birth control either. So because I just at that point I had made up my mind. If it's my body, my choice. I'm having all my kids, you know. So yeah, but just talking about it. Like I said, they hide and keep everything from me. His daughter's mom started calling me. Well, not calling me, but she was it 2019. My daughter was in school. Yeah, it was still 2019. My daughter was still going to that school, and this little girl that she knew kept saying, tell her to tell mom to call me. I called her, and she didn't want to speak up for what it was about or whatever. And she ended up coming back. She was playing games too. So I'm like, y'all forever playing these damn games. Like y'all need to grow up. That's how we gonna get somewhere when y'all mature and stuff like that. Y'all grown by age, but y'all so in the damn mature, y'all so damn scared to speak up on here. He got somebody else pregnant. I wasn't scared to speak up in the house, but I was like, oh, he's supposed to have somebody else pregnant, and what you gonna do if it's a girl? I didn't know it was a girl, but I was like, what you gonna do if it's a girl? And I didn't know if it was gonna be a boy. But it ended up being a girl, so I was a little more satisfied because yeah, you ain't got no little knuckleheads be in competition with my son. But now if you got a son now. And if he looks just like you and this, that, and the third, and all that, now you the issue. You was a situation and stuff, but you have became an issue because, and now you done tried to cause an issue with my sons, and that ain't right. And so yeah, he went on and he ain't seen our sons, like I said, since 2019, except for last year when my so-called mom put my sons on the phone with their dad or whatever, and I'm just like, that was for her own purposes and for her to try to find out what's going on. I mean, what happened, the things that they do that I didn't know about. He did, so he was on my Facebook page, but like, how you get his number? How you got his number? How you talk to him? I'm not even communicating with him. I don't reach out to him. I don't call him. So, what makes you think absolutely not? You have access to your husband. And at one point in time, I still got his number, but I don't even reach out to him. Don't reach out to nothing that, and nobody that got to do with me. And I even told her about my daughter's there. Like, what y'all got to talk about? Go on about business. And, like, let me tell my stuff at my level. So, and she thinks she runs stuff, so she will just jump in stuff and be talking to them about me. And then, what I'm saying, you think you're doing something by calling my boys his dad? Dad? No, dad, and you ain't been on the phone in my so-called maybe absence or whatever. I still here. I just wasn't here physically. It was when, the groceries got to hit or whatever, and of course that time or whatever. That's all. That's still like, yeah, this kid doesn't follow me until it caught up or whatever. And so, or until I made a mistake or whatever, and, so it was allowed to activate or whatever the case may be. But yeah, but it was still based on a lie. It was still sent out as a lie, and that's not going to change. That didn't change. It's just like someone who lied and pressed charges and stuff. So pressed charges or whatever, and told certain stuff and said that certain stuff happened and it didn't. She was a lot of lies with just a little bit of the truth, a tiny bit of the truth, and that was that. And she concocted something, and she probably still believed that she knew what happened, but she probably still feel strongly that to this day that somebody did that to her. And, I had already told her, I was like, I don't know how you're going to feel when we get off the phone, because they be feeling different or whatever, they feel a type of way. And lo and behold, after we got off the phone, and then when I messaged him and I talked to him, I told him, and she started messaging me and saying all this, oh, you better tell her, and this, that, and the third, and whatever else. Yeah, he definitely, she right. He should have told me what was really going on. But what he started telling me was, oh no, I don't do this with her. But he told me as one person in my room, I don't do this with her. Mind you, he told me that about somebody else, and that girl definitely is not in the picture like that. But she, he ended up having a baby with her. But yeah, what he told me was, I don't mess with her like that. And this and that third. Basically, he wasn't denying that he was living there or whatever, but, And so, like I said, it started with me trying to tell him, I guess, how to get away from my daughter's dad or whatever. But in the midst of that, he got caught up in something or whatever. And like somebody just literally wanted him to make them type of mistakes. So they can feel like they gonna have access to me or whatever. And I already told him, I was like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to mess up, but if you mess up and we gonna make it, I'm not going to protect him. And he started saying, well, ultimately you're gonna be with him anyway. Cause and then it came to me, oh, cause if he can't have you, nobody can have you. And I was like, what? Wait, what? Cause yeah, cause that's not, we're not doing that. But yeah, with having my daughter over there, you got me by the balls. Like I said, if I had any, and I don't like it, but my daughter was already submitted to God, so now you really gotta go through Him to get to her. So enjoy that, honey, cause there ain't nobody battle with God and won. What was it? Was it John? Was it Jacob? He did battle with an angel of the Lord, and and I think succeeded, but ain't nobody gonna battle with God and win. So ain't nobody gonna battle with their creator and win. So have fun. And yeah, so that was what I got. And of course, the time that I spent in there or whatever, that definitely it did more than sting. It affected me and definitely tried to infect me. But yeah, they kept saying I was not untouchable, and again somebody wanted me touched and wanted me to feel something, and not more than feel something. They wanted me to feel and experience something. Maybe what they was enduring or going through or facing or whatever. And when we do that, and you want me to switch my life with you try to force me to, whether it's walking your shoes or whatever. No, baby, you can help me to see what you see and see things how you see it without trying to get me to turn into you or turn into somebody else and try to mesh different stuff. And so with all that meshing and all of that, and I don't mesh well with that, I'm not for that. I don't live like that. So with that said and done, even still, with all this showing up, I opt not, and I hope and pray that God has given me the option to opt not. Because the last time, he wanted help, and he literally, I mean, the first time or the first couple times, he was saved me. So basically, wanted to know what to do to be saved and stuff like that. And I was letting you got to repent. You got to live right. You got to turn from them wicked ways and stuff like that. Then it turned into help me, which was better than, I guess, save me. Save me, you know what I'm saying? Save me is you trying to be saved. And I didn't save him, of course, but you know what I'm saying? I'd like to think that I aided too and assisted with that. My ear's trying to itch. I ain't got time for that. But yeah, I aided too and assisted with that, which that's what I wanted to do. So it was save me, then it was help me. And honey, by the time we got to help me, I was too damn tired. I was like, oh no, keep on doing it. I'm not gonna keep on letting you get me in some retarded remedial type stuff because you want to be influenced and you want approval from your mom or just whoever. You're grown now. If they don't approve of you, if they disagree with your decision making, you're gonna have to just let that go. You can't just ooh, excuse me. And so he wasn't comprehending or understanding that. He might have heard me, but he wasn't listening to that. He still wanted somebody's approval. Of course his mom died, but so I don't know if he was still trying to get his dad's or even other relatives in the family, because at one point in time he did say, my blood don't always come first, and I was just that's when I really should have ran, because I knew better, because I knew order. I knew that a wife, you're supposed to lead and please, and I knew that, what I'm saying, if you think your blood don't always come first, then I'm not the door. That means, yeah, I'm contract a blood pact with them, and I can't do it. So, I should have left. I didn't. I had my son, maybe both of them. And so I was like, I really couldn't run. I had to be real careful because you involved now, honey. Ain't no denying that. So, it was help me. And then this, what I'm saying? I'm telling you, with this money coming in back to back like that, it's like something was a sense of urgency. But in 2018, I told you he was messing. It wasn't something still. He just was trying to fill me in on some little gaps or whatever. But told him, you need to basically flee from there. You need to get away from there. Because that's a dangerous situation. He didn't. He linked it around and he went on. I'm telling you, I got the messages where it said, and I said, well, somebody gotta go. And he's like, you gotta go. So you think I'm gonna give him another chance to tell me that I gotta go? No, I'm good on it. So I left him. I pretty much left him alone. I was still trying to communicate a little bit or whatever. Because then his grandma died after his mama died. 4 months after his mama died, and then I didn't know that prior to 2 weeks prior that his child, other stepdad died, who his mom was married to. She basically followed him in death, and of course his brother had died, and I think the cousins had died. And so, there's just so much going on, man. I don't want to be part of you deprive me of to me, some of the best parts. I'm not saying that when somebody died, that's the best, but some of the best parts of him that I could have still been so now that was taken from me, and so I can't. And so I'm not really stuck on that. That was the dark kid or whatever of my life, and it was definitely meant to take me out. Because of course, when I was in the jail cell and on so-called suicide watch, and see, God already had a ram in the bush with just that type of protection before I went in there, but still, that was not. I didn't like that experience, and I didn't feel like I was supposed to go through that at all to this day. I might have supposed to have other consequences regarding my actions, behind closed doors actions, but that right there, because that was sent out, it like tried to take effect. And so yeah, and then not only he didn't stop there, he called my daughter's dad, and after he basically the one that took part in the settlement, but they just said, I don't like that. And he asked me one time before would I set him up, and I was like, I'm not setting you up. And I told myself I would never set you up, but I will let you set your damn self up. Sure will, and I will record what I need to for my defense. But yeah, I'm not gonna set you up and tell nobody. Absolutely not. So he kept talking about setup and stuff like that, and then it was him that was trying to partake in setting me up. And so yeah, and so he called my daughter's dad, and that's how my daughter got separated from my house. Well, it was said that he called anyway. So we spoke to her, and I hope that maybe she might find out all the truth about the whole thing, because they could tell her anything. But anyway, um, and so here I am today. A year after all that. But of course, 2 days shy of the 3 years ago when she reached out, and I just seen the number today of that, and I'm like, girl, because back then I was like, oh, this is about to dissipate. This is it, what I'm saying? Especially because you're a grave digger and this and third, and I don't participate in partake in dark work, but it's like that thing's lingered and said, oh, I'm gonna wait until she mess up or do something, and it basically find her guilty or whatever. And, um, I made a deliberate mistake. And it like found its way in, but I didn't open the door to all that. Like you should have, to me, he should have allowed me to be able to make my mistakes comfortably with him, because he had already made so many mistakes. Like he filled up the slate for both of us, and then some more. So I can't do it. Maybe I was still young, and I wanted to, what I'm saying. I'm not gonna keep on doing that. So that's that. But I seen the number today, and I definitely don't feel nothing, don't care. I even seen the name, and I'm like, girl, whatever. That's on y'all. Y'all want to go ahead and do that. And unlike a lot of these men, I see that they be wanting their baby mama to get along, this, that, and the third. Whereas I'm like, I'm that number. I'm not trying to get along with her. And the first one, I was fine with her, but now that I see how she did, girl, you better go ahead and be cool with all of them. Y'all go ahead and make it a whole thing be a thing. I'm not gonna do that with y'all and around him and all that with all his and like we socialize and the devil is alive and the devil be bad. So yeah, I don't know what the sense of urgency is, and him reaching out to my daughter's dad instead of calling me, allegedly reaching out to my daughter's dad, because my daughter's dad was like annoyed with him. He was like, why your nigga keep calling me? What is it? And my daughter was here with me, so he was getting on his nerves. And so I didn't know what it was. I guess it could be that he probably just felt like, oh well, your daughter over there at the household with my sons, and I know I'm sending this money, or I know I'm doing this. And basically, sometimes probably felt like I don't want your daughter taking part. That ain't my child. This and third. That's all I can think of. But because other than that, I don't know what connection. That's why I say I don't know what connection they have. But I do know one other slight connection that his sister told me about, but I don't know the details of that. So, and that was previous and prior to my daughter and all that, or prior. Well, it wasn't prior to my daughter, but prior to me and his dealings. Anyway, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's probably more to the story, but yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Like I said, they still ain't came forth and told me. I've heard that he has had another child, but I just try not to listen to rumors. I let it come from the horse's mouth. It ain't came from the horse's mouth. It did come through a dream where I got this little, in the dream, the dude was like, this little nigga looks just like me, and I can't take care of him. I'm like, well, sorry to hear that, son. I don't want to say son because I'm not his mammy. I'm not his dead mammy. I'm alive. The living mother of my sons, and that's just that. And even with that, I said he got living sons. It's like his mama wanted to hit on my sons. Like she took that, she literally wrote that on the paper saying that I said that her grandsons were still alive, and that was harassment. That was supposed to be harassment and cyber stalking. Girl, what? So you that mad that your grandsons are still alive? Are you serious? Because now they going to have to take part in that money that you thought you was going to get about your son or whatever the case may be. It was a lot. And so I'm like, meanwhile, she would put up a good front to act like she didn't want the attention or whatever of her son. So I don't know. Maybe she just wanted the money. And she didn't really want nothing else. Because, honey, maybe because he looked too much like a he looked just like his daddy. So I don't know. And I never got to the bottom of everything with that because, but they call her the devil. They say his mom was the devil, and really she self-proclaimed to be the devil. And honey, they think I'm similar or like her because I just don't fool with them. No, I'm not the devil because I don't fool with y'all, honey. I'm wise because I don't fool with y'all. And that's that. And y'all can call me what you want, but I don't answer to no damn devil. I don't answer to none of that. I don't self-profess devil and all that. And then he already told me that his daddy was evil. And then it's so funny because I was like, yeah, your mom said she was devil. He's like, I didn't tell you my mom was the devil. This is the way he said it. I'm like, no, you told me she was evil though. And that's close enough. You just add the damn D. But, but, so it was like he was trying to downplay, like, nah, they ain't that bad. But no, yes, they are. They worse. They worse than what you try to portray. So, and baby, when I tell you they was worse, I've experienced. And even to this day, some of the residue try to linger because the um the relatives and stuff like that just be looking and just be acting like they ready to pounce, but whatever. I could care less, honey. I mean, I'm aware, but I just could care less. Like, they need to go on. They really do literally need to go on, and wherever to, I don't know. But anyway, so it gotta be the glory, and I'm definitely still praying over my sons that, if ever they link up with anybody in that bloodline. Because it's trying to linger, like I said, but that my sons will be well equipped, prepare both of them, and they will know what's going on. Like, they gonna know who, what's what. Because, yeah, that same year, 2018, that that so-called grandma or matriarch who started it all, I ran into her at the store, and she didn't want to say nothing. Basically, like I rolled up on her or whatever, right up on her. She didn't want to say nothing. She didn't have nothing to say because she just knew she had lied and did all this other stuff. And then she said she got raped by the man who's deceased or whatever. She could have been lying. Me personally, I ain't lie. I ain't got time to be lying about that. But she could have lied on him. But that man went off and lived and had another family and all this whatever. It was crazy. I think he had two sons with the same name and just so much madness. And who wants to be in that? That stuff is drama, and I just hope that's what I do hope for my boys is that like yeah, he will take a whole look at that whole thing, that whole and still love your family, your people. But if God take it away from them and leave them, turn them loose, leave them alone. But if you want to hold on, then have at it. But so yeah, the way I feel today, again, I don't care what, I do care. I'm thankful that the money came in, but I don't care what sense of urgency he may feel or whatever. I felt urgency in 2018. He didn't listen. So imagine this is 3 years later. If you just now feeling some type of urgency, if that's the case, you already way deep into it. You deeper, you deep, and yeah, God can get you out of it. I'm not gonna say what God will and won't do. I know that He's able. I know that He's capable, but He has to turn to God and He has to repent and like literally repent and make them ways right and stuff like that. Stop lying to people. But he been lying so long, I don't know if he'll ever unknow how to stop lying. and playing them little games. But that's not for me to decide. And I don't want to go on talking about this man like I really care about him like that because I don't feel care. I don't feel any care or concern. I do feel a way that my sons have not been around their dad because he was around. He was in there. He was in their room. He cut their umbilical cords, all that. He was in their delivery room, and I didn't think that was right. But don't try to play me and make me out to be this. I don't care if you think I'm a lame or whatever, but don't make me out to be trash and just, oh, she need to go back to the gutter, or go to the gutter, or she gotta go. Compared to this one over here, she the one got. Oh, absolutely, absolutely not. And then God knows behind closed doors, you started off telling me certain stuff. I still got messages. I got all the receipts or whatever, and then I got my good old memory. So you played games, you tried to trick me. I wasn't here trying to be a trickster to you. I wasn't teaming up with my daughter's dad against you. I was definitely trying to team up with my daughter's dad for raising our daughter. But I wasn't trying to do that, and I guess yeah, my daughter's dad had his own agenda and plans. So I'm like, oh, he gonna take care of my daughter while I do this, and then I'm gonna jump in and do okay. Well, there you go. You called him. You tried to involve him as far as that, and now that's what it is. Anyway, okay, I'm off here. I had to think about sit right back, and yeah, I don't dabble in dark works, but I will say some prophet. Blah, blah, blah. I can't talk like that. Prophetic word came through. God sent me an interception. God threw me an interception. I'm gonna say it probably once or twice, but you say it 7 times. I don't feel the need to do all that because I just feel like that's ritualistic, and I feel like that's a chant. Anyway, now if God tell me to do that and be obedient, then that's what I do. But after that, I'm just asking God once. I'm believing that He hear me, send me an interception, and honestly, I just feel like I want to say by Monday or before Monday, but definitely by, which is December the 13th. um, that which she sent out to me is going to return her. I don't know how many fold. I'm not even gonna speak 100-fold or this, that, and third. I just know it's gonna return right on back to you, honey. You sent it out. You pressed off charges. You even came at me. You got in my, you got in my inbox, my very intimate place inbox, and you know what I'm saying, and all that. And you reached out to me like that. Like, and then you already had an agenda on the phone. You was already trying to so-called team up against me. You don't even know me. You never met me. You don't know my personality. You don't none of that. So, returned to the sender. What is this? This 3 year? Let's say 3 years later. And yeah. And girl, I hope you can handle it, and I hope you enjoy that. Hold that down, girl. Because I mean, that thing was sent out to definitely kill, and it was already something regarding something suicidal and stuff like that was trying to linger. And it's like, no, I'm not receiving nobody's suicidal stuff. Y'all can go ahead and have that. And that was years ago, but yeah, by Monday, honey, I don't know. And I mean, I can hear the news or I don't have to, but at the same time, um, yeah, to God be all the glory. I'm leaving it in His hands. I do have a right as a child of God to ask God to protect me and to ask Him to deal with my enemies, ask Him to deal with people who sent out so spiritual hits, physical hits, anything, who even plotting, planning, and thinking that they got a hit coming my way. My so-called next door neighbor, supposed to be the man of the house, so he think he ain't got it coming. It's already en route, definitely. I just seen him this morning or whatever. Didn't even mean to, but yeah, it's already en route, if not already pretty much arrived. So to God be all the glory. Some people get it quicker than others. And when the hand of God reach you and touch you regarding messing with me, oh baby, that's the best one that protects me against these bullies out here, and I'm so grateful. Wasn't wasn't protected much when I was younger by by my own so-called parents and stuff like that, and that's because they was working. I'm not gonna make that no excuse though. And yeah, as far as my daughter, I try to protect her physically. I kept telling her dad, this is what we need to do regarding her, but you know, hands got laid on her. It was a nice house that she was at, but hands got laid on my daughter, and she called me saying, "Mom, it's me," and already saying it's my fault. It's my fault. Already feeling guilty. Like, what you feeling? You carrying somebody's guilt when these are the whole adults that got you in that place. But okay, girl, you want to keep on doing that, and then telling me that she was gonna pick up a chair and do something, honey? That right there, that's trying to land my child in jail or some type of jail time already early in the game. Oh no. So all I can say is, yeah, to God be all the glory. And other ones that think they in hiding, the ones that even like moved out of this neighborhood and stuff like that, that just contributed to try to sabotage my life. You can run, but you can't hide. God knows your location. He knows exactly where you at and what's going on. So yeah, have fun with that. Okay, I'm gone for real, for real.